Hey, what's up guys and gals? How y'all doing today? I hope everybody is awesome. Thanks for coming out to the crazy live stream. Definitely appreciate it big time. Let me get this up and running. So where are we at? I got a little bit of a weirdness. There we go. Ba-bam. I'll get my camera adjusted and it looks like my game is, I don't know if it's frozen or what, but we'll see what happens here in a minute. How's everyone doing today? Hope you guys are awesome. Hope you guys are super awesome, actually. So we had some big power outage last night, but I think everything's back up and running and ready to go. So everything should be good. All right, so we're just waiting for the game to load in. I think we might have a game problem. So let me shut this down and try again. Something does not seem to be right here. All right, I see we got Stacks, we got Craft. What's up, Jedi? Monziger, how you doing today? Who else we got? We got Guy. We have Nightbot. We got Zork. What's up, Mr. Zork? We got JP. We got Melon. Jordan. Hello, hello. Miguel. What's up, my man? I got to start the wild card here as soon as I can get into the game. What's up, Gear? How you doing today? Guy. Jedi. All right. Thanks for coming out, guys and gals. And what's going on here? This is being a pain in my buttocks. It's being a big old pain in my buttocks, that's for sure. But yeah, we'll have to wait a second and see what happens here. Hopefully I can get into the game. I mean, I hope I'm not having some sort of crazy glitch here. If it doesn't open pretty soon, I'm going to have to do something different here. But there we go. There we go. Perfect, perfect. I was getting a little worried there. I'm like, oh no, this thing's broken. But thank goodness it is not broken. Not broken at all. Cool. So we're going to find a nice car for live racing today. Gear says, how are you feeling today? You know, same old crapola, different day. Hope you are doing good. Thank you for asking. You know what? Maybe we'll drive this crazy Charger Deltona 1970 Demon thingy diggy. All right. We'll probably charge this thingy here. Or drive that thing here. In a minute, we'll find out what the thing is. Oh my god, the game is running horrible today. Where's the thing at? There we go. Yeah, I didn't think the game was going to open for a minute. I thought we were doomed. Okay, so wild card. Let's go and start that bad boy. Ba-bam. Perfect. Now we got that running. All right, so let's see what this car is set to. All right, let's find out. Let's find out. This one has a dyno of A. If it looks like it's a good spot, we'll run it. This has a 10.8. That sounds like a pretty good place, right? 10.8. This is a cool car. All right, let's go run this thingy. All right, Monziger, how's your day going? Nice to see ya. Oh, Miguel, I got the card, buddy. Thank you. You probably already saw that by now, though. I'd imagine. Maybe, maybe not, but I'm sure you have. All right, so we're going to go into live racing with this. Gear says 420 time. JP says, could I do the 11.3 lobby? Well, 11.3 is not, I wouldn't call that a lobby. Like 11.2 to 11.2.99999 is a lobby, but I have no idea if I have any cars even set to that, so. I usually just pick something, then unfortunately you guys have to try and find something that works for my car. All right. Maybe I should like, I don't know. I would use the same car every time, but people get bored, I guess. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. We're going to race Dragon. Mr. Max, how you doing today? Nice to see ya. Are the game sounds loud enough, or are they too quiet today? Let me know, let me know. I'm using some new software for streaming. And I don't know, I got the Rode Unify software, I think it's called. It's free. It only works with some microphones though, but I'm trying out the Rode Unify. It's a really, if you have a microphone that works with it, it's amazing. Like I got this mic on sale on Black Friday for, what was it, 60 bucks or 40 bucks or something. It's usually like 150 bucks. I saw that, I'm like, I gotta buy this thing because it's designed for live streaming and it's got the software that comes with it. So I'm like, I'm gonna try this out. The sound is good. Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I tried to kind of get it to where it belonged and hopefully I did a good job. Max says something about doggy play date in 30 minutes. All right. Oh, we found Melon. He's in the NSXR. NSXR. All right. Cool, cool. So does your doggy have doggy friends now? You take him to the doggy dating service? I don't know. I couldn't think of anything good to say. Ah, private park with another dog. Cool, cool. Gerald, how you doing today? Nice to see you. Thank you. Hey, Ed. What's going on? Mark Bass. Hey, nice to see you. Everybody's showing up. But yeah, we had a big power outage last night. Thankfully, the electricity is back on this morning. 3, 2, 1, go. I was a little worried. I'm like, man, I don't know if they're gonna get this back on or not, but eventually it came back on, so that's a good thing. But it sucked because the power went off, then it came back on, then it turned off, then it turned on, then it turned off, and then finally it stayed off. I was like, that's horrible. So I don't even know what happened. Gerald, Gerald, your schoolwork and stuff always comes first, so real life stuff always has to come before fun stuff, I suppose. Hopefully your school is going good. 3, 2, 1, go. But yeah, that's always got to come first, All right. Gear says you living good now. Up Jedi had a snowstorm. Nah, we didn't really have a snowstorm, but the power went out for some reason. Not sure what it was, but last time it went out like that, a car hit a telephone pole and knocked down all the power lines. Melon has disconnected. All right, we got ground and pound here. But it was weird how it kept going in and out several times. But yeah, last time it did that, it was a car crashed into the telephone poles. And we never saw the power trucks. I mean, I don't know what time they got there, but we never saw the power trucks running around the neighborhood. So I'm thinking it was probably, something out on one of the main streets and not back in the neighborhood, maybe. All right, so Max is finishing the Prestige Cup. Gerald, you're welcome, buddy. All right, so this car does run a little faster than dyno time, so I do got to be careful with that. Glad your grades are doing good, Gerald. That's awesome. I was never very good at school. My grades were always bad. I don't know, some people learn things different ways, and the way they taught you in school isn't really wasn't really the type of stuff that worked for me. Like, I got reading problems since I'm dyslexic, and basically it's just read this book, right? Read this book. It's just like, well, that doesn't work for me. But nobody ever understood that when I was younger. Now if you're dyslexic and you go to school, they got all kinds of programs and stuff to help dyslexic people learn better. Back then, you know, it was just like, whatever, you're dumb. That's how they kind of treated it back then, I think. All right, let's see if we can find somebody. Aha. Why did the button not work? Oh, I got the glitch where I can't challenge anybody. Wonderful. I haven't seen this happen in years. Yeah, this I haven't seen this in about 2 or 3 years. This used to be a common problem, so I guess this horrible glitch is back, unfortunately. Boo! That's all I gotta say. Boo! I don't like it. All right. I guess I'll just wait for somebody to challenge me, because this appears to possibly be broken, maybe. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's broken. I do believe it is broken. All right. Then we got Melon again in the crazy car. We got Melon in the crazy Huayra. That's a pretty neat looking car, honestly. I would drive it. 3, 2, 1, go. I'll do a nice, really slow run here. Every once in a while, you want to do a really slow one, especially if you're beating your dyno time a little bit here and there. Because, you know, if you get too many fast runs, eventually it's going to push you. Gear says special ed class. Yeah, that's what they wanted to do with you back then. Nowadays, they got better stuff. They don't just put you in the dumb class. Nate. Hello. You're stuck on the last race of the Prestige Cup. You know, you could always, you know, just open your free crates every day, or spend a few keys if you want to. I mean, it's not a bad car. It's a decent car. I mean, there's better cars in the game, but that one's not too bad, honestly. It's not too bad at all, so I don't know. You might want to think about maybe, just maybe. Hold on a second. Maybe, just maybe throwing a few keys into that car to get a couple of parts. I mean, I don't know. It's got a okay live racing setup. I don't like the car, but it's not a horrible car. Put it that way. It's halfway decent. Or you can just kind of be stuck on the last race and say, well, if I get the parts, cool. If not, then, well, you know, it is what it is. So you kind of got two choices there to figure out what you want to do with it. All right. Hey Mario, how's your day going? Nice to see ya. Hope you're doing awesome today. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, I don't remember whose turn it is to win. Okay, it must be Melon's turn to win. I could see he was slowing down, so I figured it must have been his turn. All right, let me do a couple things here. Okay, so I am currently messing with the streaming software a little bit. One thing I like about it is I can monitor. There's like different monitor mix settings. So I can monitor exactly what you guys are hearing on the stream, or I can switch it over to headphone mode and adjust the volumes according to the way I want to hear them in my headphones, which is really cool. For example, you know, I don't necessarily want to hear my microphone as loud through the headphones. I want to be able to hear all the game sounds and this and that, so it's a pretty cool deal. I must say. Now, I don't know if that just changed the sound for you guys. Let me switch that back to streaming. Did you guys hear a difference in sound there for a second? I don't know if that was something that would affect what you guys heard or not, but let me know. Did I get quieter? Did my voice get quieter for a minute? Yes or no? Yeah, it does suck opening the crates every 24 hours, but sometimes you'll open a crate and all of a sudden, bam, you know, there comes a stage 6 part or something that you needed. Melon, thanks for the swaps. Max, thank you, buddy. Yeah, like right now, I got a, let me see if I can pull this up maybe. I don't think that's going to work. Right now, I got a volume for my microphone, a volume slider for, you know, if there's game chat, a volume slider for the game itself, one for the music. Like everything has its own adjustable volume on that piece of software. It's pretty sweet. I mean, I'm pretty happy to have this. It works great for live streaming, that's for sure. Didn't I just buy some gas? I guess not. I was busy yapping. Okay. The gas tank is full. All right, all right. Let's get back out to the lobby. But yeah, I'm still kind of trying to figure out the software, like there's a stream setting, a headphone setting, a chat setting, a recording, and a monitoring setting. I wasn't sure if I switched between them to adjust things, whether or not it would affect what you guys hear, and it doesn't. So that's good. That's actually really good. So yeah, I think my car was in the 11. My car should be around 11.8. It could be slightly different, but it should be in that ballpark. 11.8-ish. Somewhere around 11.8. All right. Is anybody around? All right, we're gonna... I like that color. Look at that green color. Oh, I still can't challenge anybody. I got the bug. All right, we got somebody here. I wanted to race that guy just because I like the color of his car. It looked pretty sweet. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Who's gonna win? Shall it be I? Maybe. Maybe not. I got it, yay! And I tried to slow down a little bit too because I don't want to run too fast. Alright, so I did it. Whoa, I did a 10.5 there. I ran way too fast on that one. Way too fast. Like super duper horrible fast. But yeah, what are you going to do, you know? Okay, so check 1, 2. There we go. All right, back out to the lobby. Now, I do wish it would allow me to challenge people. I don't know why it doesn't. That's a big old pain in the butt. Ah, we found JP. Sweet. We got Mr. JP in the house. Gear says, upcoming events look interesting. I hope the Christmas event's not going to be too hard because I want to win that Scion. I want that Lamborghini. Even if it wasn't good, I want it just because it looks amazing. That's one of the coolest looking cars I've ever seen in my life. I don't know why, but I love it. William D says, reboot the game to see if it fixes the glitch. Yeah, I mean, generally that's what you have to do, but I kind of hate the... Normally everybody challenges me so quickly. I don't normally have to worry about it anyways, but I don't really want to leave the lobby just in case there are a couple people in here waiting. 3, 2, 1, go. This is one of those cars that I got and I've done very little with it. This car is amazing though. I love it. One of the problems of having too many good live racing cars is you just never know, like, you just never know which one you're going to use. It's hard to be like, hey, I got 50 cars here that are awesome. Which one do I drive today? You know what I mean? We got to disconnect. There's Wenpu. Cool. William D says, I don't get a lot of challenges. When I'm not live streaming, I don't. But when I'm live streaming, normally the second I go out there, someone's like, challenge. All right, we got 2 good cars live racing it up here. But when I'm not live streaming, a lot of people either disconnect or refuse to race me. So many people are like, nope, not racing that guy. I should probably change my name to something else. I don't know if it's the car or the name that scares them. They're probably like, oh, he's going to kick my butt. I would assume most people probably think I'm in there with a car that's designed to destroy everybody, but generally, I just run a car that's designed to do well and not kick everybody's butt too bad, because I like to keep it pretty fair. You know, it's more fun when you have a chance of either person winning. To me, it's boring if you just got a car that's set up to destroy everybody and I can win every single race easily. There's no fun or challenge in that, so I like to keep them pretty competitive setups. All right, so opponent disconnected. Wonderful. This game has a lot of problems. Ah, cool. We got one of the exiled outlaws. Nice. Here we go. Should you open a silver crate? Nash, I mean, here's the deal. All right, it takes 750 keys to guarantee you get the featured car, right? So honestly, in my opinion, if you don't have a bunch of keys saved up, you should not open crates at all. Save up several thousand or at least a few thousand silver keys, and at that point, every time there's a Prestige Cup car featured in the silver crate, pull till you get it, and you'll probably never struggle to get that car again if you save up a few thousand keys. But if you don't have any keys saved and you just pull every time you get one hoping to get something good, you're always going to be struggling when you need the car out of the crate. So I highly suggest not opening keys until you have a whole bunch of crates. Not opening crates until you have a whole bunch of keys saved up. That's my advice. Max, have a great day, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. But generally, when you open a silver crate, you're going to get a lousy car popping out of there, right? 90% of the time, it's a 1-star, 2-star, or 3-star turd taco. I mean, there's a chance you could open a crate and get the featured car on the first or second or third try. But, you know, it might be 8 tries or 10 tries or sometimes all 15 to get that featured car. So generally, let's just say I have to open 15 crates to get the featured car. Maybe like 2 or 3 out of the 15 pulls was a decent car. The other like 12 were complete crap. And very rarely, but every once in a while, a really good car pops out of there. But crates are kind of a pain. Chris says, how do you get free cars? Well, occasionally the game does give out free cars, but that's kind of few and far between. But generally, you're going to get most of the cars by either opening gold or silver crates. You know, like I said, though, you want to save your keys and wait for something really good to be in there. So getting cars out of crates, occasionally the game's just like, hey guys, here's a free car, and they send one to your account. Sometimes you can win them from events and stuff like that. But I mean, if you're a new player in this game, if you're not buying things, if you're not spending money, it can be very slow. this game can go very, very slow. I mean, it took me 3-4 months to start getting what I considered to be a decent hanger of cars. And now when I really think about it, it was pretty bad. I had all the basic cars. At the time, it felt great. I'm like, man, I got all this stuff. This is awesome. I got all these cars. Look at all this. But truth is, it was junk. But after about a year of playing, that's when I really started getting a bunch of good stuff. So how do you get free keys? Just by playing the game. So generally, if you do all the little daily races and, you know, do the Prestige Cup and this and that, do enough live racing, you'll probably be able to make 500 or 600 silver keys per month. Now, gold keys, that's a completely different story. I probably get about 10 gold keys per month. Now, if you're able to spend money and do the bigger paid events, you'll earn a lot more gold keys, but it's a very slow process earning keys. But live racing, you know, I think twice a day you can get some bronze and silver keys. After you win 15 live races, you've collected all the keys, and then there's a countdown timer, and then you can come back later in the day and win another 15 live races. So live racing and just doing all the little daily events that you can will slowly accumulate keys. So it probably took me about, I'm guessing, about 2 to 3 months to save up 2,000 or 3,000 silver keys. Now, if you're in a good crew, that's also going to help you earn keys as well. But yeah, it takes a while. But they do give us some free stuff here and there, which is really nice. Now, when you get to the elite... Oh, crap. Son of a butt. I did not mean to. At least that was a short ad. But, what was I going to say? I was just about to say something very profound and important. But I don't remember what it was. I don't know. It was something about getting keys, I think. All right. Unfortunately, I think the ad screwed things up. So, good swaps. Good swaps. But son, JP, what? But son. What is a butt son, JP? I want to know, what is a butt son? And I still can't challenge anybody, so that's a big old bummer. Big old bummer for sure. But you know, what can you do? That's basically the deal. What can you do? All right. All right. All right. Cool. We got super win-lose right here in a really cool Lamborghini with a tire on top. I'm going to tell you what, I don't know why, but I like that tire being on top. It looks like an off-road Lamborghini. Personally, if I had that thing, I don't think I would take it off-road, but it looks like something that, it sort of looks like something that should be off-road. Even though, I mean, you probably wouldn't take a Lamborghini off-roading ever unless you were crazy. JP says, the only Lambo with a spare. I bet you're right. I never really thought about it. But I bet you don't get spare tires on Lamborghinis and McLarens and stuff like that, do you? JP says, it is an off-road Lamborghini. If you had that, would you take it off-roading? I mean, it's not lifted up high enough to off-road in my opinion. It needs a lift kit to off-road and some bigger wheels. It's not that high in my opinion. I mean, it's got a little bit of clearance, but it looks like it's maybe the height of an SUV or something. I don't know. I mean, when I used to have a truck and we would go off-roading, and you need a little bit of a lift kit on it, in my opinion, to off-road properly. Because if you're going over a bunch of rocks and stuff, that thing is going to be scraping the bottom. That's how I look at it. I'd be afraid to drive that off-road. I used to own a Chevy ZR2, which was like the off-road version of an S10. It comes with, I think it came with 32-inch tires and a factory lift kit on it. That was a cool car. Cool truck. Joanne, he says, what is your sexiest car in your garage? The sexiest car? Well, I don't know. I'm not really sure. I don't think any of them are dressed up in a bikini or anything, so I don't know. Ah, that was a bad joke. Bad joke. There's Melon again. There's so many beautiful cars in my garage, I can't pick one. I mean, there's so many awesome ones. I'm trying to think, what's the best looking car that I have, in my opinion? Probably the Chevelle. I love the white Chevelle. I forget the full name of it, but it's like a cream color Chevelle. That is beautiful. Love it. Absolutely love it. That's probably my favorite looking car out of them all. I don't know why I like that one so much, but I love it. I'm trying to remember what car that is. Oh, crap. Sandwiches. Melon! Come back, Melon! He ran away. Melon ran away. All right. There he is. He's back. He's back. All right. So Lucy says, any tips for getting tier 6 upgrades for your cars? Unfortunately, that's a little bit of a pain. I mean, I've got some cars that I've had for over 7 years now that are still missing 1 or 2 stage 6 parts. So it can be a pretty slow, ride. That's not the right word. Pretty slow acquiring stage 6 parts. Now, if you got a bunch of bronze keys, right, you can go into rare imports, click on the parts tab, and you can open crates for whatever car you're currently in the parts tab of rare imports. So if you got keys saved up, you can get stage 6 parts for that way. I would make sure the car was actually really good before you go waste a bunch of keys on it, but it'll probably take you somewhere around 15 to 20,000 keys, which is a few months worth of saving on the bronze keys to get all the stage 6 parts and most of the fusion parts for one car. Now, if there's a prestige cup for a car, right? Generally that prestige cup's going to have a couple parts for the car and everything else. So basically doing events will give you that. Opening crates will give you that. What else? I think that new thing that just popped up on the map that I don't have yet, where you can spend your keys for a chance to get random stuff. I think sometimes you might get some stage 6 parts out of there. Or now let's just say you have 2 cars. Always keep one of everything, but let's say you have 2 duplicate cars and you strip one. When you strip a car, there is a chance that it's going to drop fusion parts. So there's several different ways, really. Now, if there's an event for a car and you're running the event, generally there's going to be some stage 6 parts. There will probably be like 1 or 2 stage 6 parts in that event for your car. But there's a lot of different ways to get them, but you know, if there's not an event or anything like that for the car, you kind of have to go open crates to get the stage 6 parts. Hey, what's up, Mr. Cow? How you doing today? I'm doing good. Can't talk today. Ellen says, why are you running a slow time? Well, this car is not set to be fast, right? Live racing cars. A lot of cars have these great live racing setups that don't require very many upgrades. Generally, the faster the car, the more maxed out the car, the worse it is in live racing. So this is on a low upgrade setup, the low performance point high evo setup. There's several different reasons to set up live racing cars this way. Number one is if you don't have a lot of parts, that's okay. You don't need them, you know. You upgrade your tires, transmission, and nitrous to like stage 2 or 3 or 4, depending on the part. Throw a couple fusion parts in there, tune it, and bam, you got a live racing machine that didn't require you to put too many parts into it, right? And the other thing is, these generally don't need to beat dyno time to win live races, which means your car is not going to get bumped into a faster lobby. Like if you're running a maxed out car or something that's beating the dyno when live racing, every so many races the game picks you up, moves you to a faster lobby, does it again, Next thing you know, everybody's running way faster than you and you can't win live races anymore. So these low upgrade cars don't have to deal with that. So there's several reasons to run the low performance point high evo setups. Now, not every car has a setup like this, but a lot of them do. 3, 2, 1, go. And then also people like to swap. So if you're trading wins with somebody, you win one, lose one, win one, lose one. I'm not sure which of the two things you were referring to there, but that's why my car is not running a really fast time, or why I'm sometimes running intentionally slow. Did I get the new update? Goku, what's up, buddy? I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, the game keeps every few days, it's like downloading content. So I'm not really sure which new update you're referring to because it seems to constantly be updating. Oh, I think that was my turn to win. I screwed myself out of win there. That's okay. That was my fault. I slowed down too much. Uh-oh. But yeah, I mean, if you like to swap, it doesn't really matter what kind of car you're running, as long as it makes good Evo points. Now, personally, you know, during my live streams, I swap. But if I go out to live race when I'm not live streaming, I don't swap. I just try to win. This glitch is so annoying. Hey, somebody challenge me because I can't challenge you guys. Alright, Swaps is challenging me back. Yeah, the F40 is awesome. That thing will destroy the dyno time, but if you live race with it every couple of races, the game will push you because it destroys the dyno. Now, if you swapped with it, that would be great, but that car, that F40 was probably one of the absolute best cars in the game when it first came out. Like, it was so good, people would refuse to race it. That car was a beast. Ah, crap, I gotta get gas. Swaps, I don't know if you're here in the stream, but my gas tank is empty. Unfortunately, he probably thinks I just disconnected or something, but all right, we are filled up, and I don't know, he's probably not going to be able to challenge me back, unfortunately. That's the one thing that sucks about running out of gas, is I think if somebody tries to challenge you, they can't. More than likely, they're going to leave before they can challenge you back or whatever. I don't know if that made any sense, but you guys know what I mean. You guys know what I mean. All right, we're going to race this DB12 Volante. Yeah, I don't really know when CSR2 is coming out, but it's supposed to be sometime, like, I guess probably March, April, May. Like, early-ish, mid-ish next year was the idea. Now, is it actually going to be ready and come out around that time? It's hard to say. They could push it back, but kind of early next year, in the first couple months of the year, is when it's supposed to be coming out. Goku says, seems like they're going to release the new update 2 days from now. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Ellen says, I'm currently running a 6.5 in my McLaren Solus GT. Well, yeah, when you... I mean, you could probably win 90% of the races with that car. You probably wouldn't even need to swap, because when you have a car that's in the 6.5s, I mean, that's basically... There's only like, what, 2 other cars that can possibly run faster than that, so... You should have no problem swapping or winning live races if you got that thing maxed out. That's a crazy fast car. I don't think I have that car. I wouldn't mind it, honestly. Alright, I don't know whose turn it was to win. I wasn't paying attention, so... I'll run really slow this time. 3, 2, 1, go. I get to reading the chat. Sometimes I forget about the racing. Oh, it must have been my turn to win? Nope. Okay, there we go. William D says, CSR3 is a pass for me. Yeah, to me it looks really uninteresting. It doesn't really look like something I want to play, but I mean, I could be wrong. I'm going to try it out. I'll download it. I'll try it. But I'm not expecting to really like it. I've got a feeling it's going to be... I don't know. It's got the blueprint system and everything else. I think it's going to end up being a very expensive game, but I could be wrong. Good news is they're probably going to... Oh, that was my turn. That's okay. Good news is they're probably going to keep this game up and running. As long as this game is making money, I'm pretty sure this game will be around. William D says, sliding around corners and blueprints, not for me. Yeah, I don't like either of those things. It's not going to be like an average drag racing game. It's going to have drifting and all kinds of junk into it, so. And the graphics look more like, I don't know, the graphics look more like cartoony or something and not realistic. One of the best things about this game is the graphics look real. I mean, it looks like you're driving a real car. So I don't know. I've seen some footage of it, and honestly, I'm not really I'm really thinking I'm gonna hate it. It looks awful. Now I could be wrong. Maybe I'll play it and fall in love with it, but I'm not expecting for that to happen. I'm just going by what I see, right? I don't like what I see of it so far, but I could be very wrong. That game could be 100% amazing. I doubt it, but could be. William D says, I can't take my cars from CSR2 to CSR3, so forget about it. Yeah, I hear you on that one. You definitely have to start over completely. That's for sure. My guess is a lot of the people playing this will want to continue playing this one because they're going to be so different. But you gotta think though, they keep adding new stuff to this game, so I don't think they're gonna be shutting this down anytime soon. But they basically told me, they said, hey, we got big plans for this game in the future. Don't worry, you know, we're not planning on getting rid of CSR2, yada, 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 yada. So hopefully that information they gave me was correct, but going by that and the fact that they keep adding like new things to the game to monetize it even more, that makes me think they're planning on keeping both going for sure. So I doubt they'd be putting a bunch of new stuff into the game if they were planning on shutting it down. You know what I mean? But I would say the only thing that's probably going to be better about CSR3 is it's probably going to be built with, you know, new modern coding. There's probably going to be less problems with the game because my guess is, right? My guess is they're going to recode the game properly and it's not going to use the spaghetti code and it's probably going to be built really well. So I'm guessing the game is probably going to run much better. I could be wrong, but that's my guess. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. I need to start paying attention more. I think I lost a whole bunch of races when I shouldn't have. All right. I get to talking and man, it's just hard to pay attention to talking and playing. All right, Jonathan said, I would love to have a drag track that lets all tier 5 cars come full power over the line for miles per hour, like a long stretch in the desert highway and complete in a top speed time. That would be interesting, actually. I think that would be a cool idea, to tell you the truth. I would like it. I'd be all about it. If they did that salt flat track, but made it like a 3-mile track or something where you could just run the car all out. Now, some cars, though... Oh, Melon's in the big... No, he's not. Never mind. But some cars, though, they don't have high top speed or anything. I mean, some cars would suck on that track. If you take like a Lamborghini Huracan on that track, it's probably going to, you know, be slower than crap. Like this car, you know, it tops out right about the time that it crosses the finish line there. So this car wouldn't do super good, but there's a few cars that would. But that's the thing. A lot of the cars wouldn't do that great because most of them are going to hit top speed around the you know, finish line. But there are some cars that could probably keep going if they had a longer track. Chong says we could see the Indy truck reach the 1,000 miles per hour for the first time. That would be awesome. That would be super awesome if that car could actually hit those speeds. I mean, I highly doubt it could, but that would be fun. I would try it. Imagine if that car really got up to 1,000+ miles per hour. That'd be crazy. William D says multitasking is difficult. JP, games are built way better than they used to be. Right? These days, there's a lot of new technology in engines you can build your game on that are actually good. Like this game, CSR2, is built terribly on the coding and stuff like that. The coding's terrible on this game. That's why it's got so many problems. But if you were actually to build this on like a new platform, yeah, I wish they would have just rebuilt this game onto a better platform instead of came out with a completely new version. But yeah, William D says the spaghetti code. Melon, good swaps, buddy. Good swaps, good swaps. Nash just pulled a 5-star Volante. All right. Uh-oh. Ooh, we got a bright orange Mustang HPE 750. I used to love that car. That was my go-to live racing car for a long time. I used to live race the crap out of that car. One of these days, I'm going to have to get this thing out and do some swaps with it. Now, that car used to win live races by beating dynos. So what I would do is I would win 5 and then I would lose 5. Then I would win 5 and I would lose 5. And that's how I would keep that car from getting pushed. I should have just swapped. I don't know, but Nash, yeah. That's really cool you got the car, my man. It's not that often that you get it on the first try, but if you got one on the first try, that's super cool. I do have a video on how to set that car up for live racing, so you might want to check that out. You only need a few parts. It's a pretty nice little live racer. I mean, it's not going to be like the best live racer in the game or anything, but it can do pretty decent if you set it up correctly. So I would highly suggest checking that out. I can't remember how to do it. I probably made the video like 2 years ago, but it does show a live racing setup. Ahmed, what's up, bud? I'm doing good. How about yourself? JP says a lot of games that flop instantaneously and do still have issues. Old games that were, this is why I'm bad at reading, I'm telling you. Old games that were on, see, my dyslexia keeps kicking in. I'm reading everything wrong. Some days, I don't know. On the discs and cartridges, I don't know, man. My reading skills just went down the crapper. Yeah, the old school games, like, I think he's talking about like old computer games that were on a floppy disk or like a CD. No, they never really had problems. But other games like this, though, you got to think, though, these online games are constantly being changed, updated. So if you bought an old school game on a disc, that game was the way it was. There was nothing being changed ever. Nothing was being updated. You just had the game. You know, they perfected the game. They got everything working right, and they sent it out. Now, games like this, you know, they're updating it every month, every 2 months, every 3 months. New update, added this, changed this. Here's this new thing. Here's this new thing. Here's a new car. Here's a new feature. Here's a new robot, you know. They're changing so much constantly. They're adding new code to it constantly. And that's when things get all kinds of crazy and messy on, especially mobile games. What is that noise? Are you guys hearing a horrible noise? Or is it just me? Wow. What is this? My headphone jack is malfunctioning. Hold on a second. What the crap? I don't think you guys are hearing what I'm hearing, which is good because this is awful. Holy crap. That is really bad. Like, you guys are hearing it. Oh man. Hold on a second, guys. How do I fix this? Hold on. I think this streaming software is having a malfunction. Is the game the one glitching out? Hold on. One of these audio sources is glitching out. It's the game. The game sound is glitching out. How can I fix that? 1 second, guys and gals. I think I have a solution. Settings. Audio. Ah. Interesting. Let's try that. Save settings. Let me turn this sound back on. Ah, it's still doing it. Hold on. This is awful. I might actually need to exit the game because... Hold on, guys. I hate to do this because I know there's people in my lobby, but... let me restart the entire emulator. Man. Hopefully this fixes it. I'm not 100% sure if it will or not, but we're gonna try this and see what happens. That was just terrible right there. Where is the darn thing at? Gosh dang it, I think I'm having a major malfunction here. What the heck? Hold on a second. Major malfunction here for sure. 1 minute. 1 minute, 1 minute. Okay. I think I have it figured out. I see why it may have been having an issue there. Maybe. But yeah, the game audio completely went crazy. Alright, hold on. We are trying to get it back up and running now. Alright. I think I have it fixed, but that was awful. Gear says sometimes it happens to me. I've never had that happen before. I don't know what that was, but that was awful. That was completely awful. All right. Let's go back in there and see if we can finish this off. All right, we got through about an hour till we had a major malfunction. Let me make sure the game sounds are where we want them. Need to make sure we actually have audio on the game now. Yep, I saw it move. Perfect. I can see the little volume slider moving, so I think we got audio. So that's good. Unfortunately, I'm probably in a different... No, I think I got back into the same lobby, maybe. Alright, so let's see. Perfect. Alright, cool. I hope I don't have to readjust the levels or anything, but... let me know if the game audio is still at a good level for you guys. Is the music too loud? Is the music just right? Let me know. Let me know. Hey, Darker Knight, what's up, buddy? How's your day going? I hope that doesn't become a thing because I really like this new streaming software. If that becomes a thing, I will be very unhappy. Because I'm really liking this new setup. But I don't know if it was the emulator that malfunctioned or the streaming software somehow caused it to malfunction. I don't know, but I'm not a happy camper. Rode Xfinity, actually, Miguel. It's an audio program. It runs all the audio for your stream. So basically it allows you to set up the your microphone with its own volume slider. You know, it's like having a full mixer. Like the game has its own sound, the music has its own sound. If you're on voice chat, everything has an adjustable volume slider. So it's a great audio software. It's free, but you have to have one of the Rode microphones that work with it in order for it to recognize your microphone. But you could actually use it without the microphone for everything else. You could use any microphone you wanted and then just use that software for the other stuff. I mean, if you know how to set up OBS, that would be pretty easy to make it happen. No, on Black Friday, there was this little Rode streaming. The Rode gaming microphone was on sale for like $60 or something. Usually, I think they're like $150 or $175, and it's on sale for like $60. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna pick that up because that would be great to be able to use that software properly. But I think it sounds good on a live stream. Like, I really like the way it sounds on the stream, and the software is sweet as long as it doesn't have malfunctions like that anymore. But I was just like, you know, that'll actually make life so much easier. It's actually a little USB microphone, which is kind of cool. William D says, always nice to try new things. Yeah, I mean, I usually put like X amount of money aside for like things to get to hopefully improve the YouTube channel. So every couple of months, I can usually afford to buy something that I can use for the YouTube channel. Just like all the channel memberships and stuff like that, that goes towards my like improve your YouTube channel or emergency, like if the PC breaks or something, like emergency parts fund. So when I saw that on Black Friday, I'm like, yep, I got to get that. Plus I can, you know, use it for microphone comparisons and do an audio review on it on my my audio review channel as well. One thing cool about having a review channel is a lot of companies will send you stuff for free to review. Miguel says you should try to get a backup PC. I actually have a laptop now that I can use, but it's not ideal for... It's not ideal. Laptops are not ideal, but it'll work. I can make it work if I need to. Problem with laptops is they just don't have enough USB ports. You can only hook up one monitor to it. It sucks. You know, it sucks trying to run a YouTube channel off of it, but you can do it. It wouldn't be so bad if you didn't have a gaming channel, but for a gaming channel, you need to plug in like 900 different USB things and whatnot. At least I do. Especially me, like, since I've got a different circuit. Oh, he wants to bet 100,000. No thanks. Probably somebody with a down-tuned car that'll destroy me. I mean, that car will destroy you. But yeah, since I got the autoimmune disease and I can't set up my desk, I've got 2 cameras hooked into the computer. I got 2 microphones hooked into the computer. I got 2 keyboards. So I need a bunch of extra USB ports. And the other problem is, though, like, I can hook up a second monitor to the laptop through a USB-C, but it's not as good. Like, it doesn't have the nice high refresh rates. You know, you're limited. Like, if the laptop had 2 monitor hookups, I'd be fine with it, but it's only got 1. Now, when I bought it on the website, it said that it had 2, so I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna order that. It was on sale really cheap. It said it had 2 monitor hookups, but it only had one. I was pissed. I was really pissed. I'm like, what? It also said that it had more USB ports than it did. Like, it might have just been the way the website worded it, but the way they worded it, it made it sound like it had way more USB ports. But, I mean, it's I don't know. But, it also had a bad fan. I had to get the fan fixed on it. For a long time, I couldn't use it because one of the fans was screaming. But, yeah, whatever. I've had very bad luck with computers having problems the last couple of years, so... I mean, the crazy thing is, like, in the past, I would have a computer. I would buy a gaming laptop or something. It would last me 8, 10, 12 years before it crapped out. The last couple of years, I've been having major computer failures, and I'm pretty sure it was the graphics card in my old computer, because the graphics card was having constant glitches and weird things were happening with the graphics card. And I mean, I fried like 3 motherboards in 2 years, basically. And the only thing I could tell for sure that was malfunctioning occasionally was the graphics card. So I think the graphics card was frying motherboards. Hey Nathan, he says, what's the best car for Donna's challenge? Okay, so I guess you're on Tempest 3 Tier 4, correct? Pretty sure Donna's Tempest 3 Tier 4. So here's the deal, right? This is a hard one. Most of the Tier 4 cars can beat Donna, but not all Tier 4 cars can do the 260 miles per hour and the 0 to 60 in 1.37. So some people need to swap cars. Like if you got one Tier 4 car with good top speed and another one with good acceleration, you can spend a couple hundred gold to switch cars. Now, if you have a car with both, that's amazing. But let's just say you have the Lancer or the WRX from Elite Tuners. Either one of those Tier 4s can do it, but they do need to be pretty highly upgraded. If the Lancer is 100% maxed out, it can pretty easily do it. The problem with the WRX though, if you max it out completely, get it up to purple stars, completely max it, it can barely hit that 0 to 60 time, but it can do it. It might take you a few tries, but it can do it if you tune it properly and set it up properly. But the GTR and attack package is a good one if you happen to have that. There's another car that looks just like it that's pure trash. So the GTR and attack package. If I remember correctly, the Lotus Evora, correct? I think the Evora is a good car to use if you have that. Here's another thing you can do. I've got a very bad memory and there's thousands of cars in this game. There's like 1,500 cars. But if you have a Tier 4 car and you're wondering if that car can do it, go to my YouTube channel and find my How to Drive playlist, or even just search Danny Lightning in the name of the car on YouTube. And every time I did one of those How to Drive videos for a Tier 4 car over the last 3 or 4 years, when I get to the review part, I always test that Tier 4 car out to see if it was able to beat Tempest. So anytime I do a How to Drive / review video, it should tell you. I mean, there was a time where some of the older videos did not, but probably the last 3 years, I started testing all those Tier 4 cars out. So that's a good way to figure out if your car is going to make it, is just look up my video for the car. All right, Javier says, do I think they're going to repeat the Ferrari 70th anniversary? Due to the fact that it was an anniversary event, my guess would be probably not. I need to start paying attention to the racing here because I'm going to run some slow ones. I don't know if I've just been running all out and beating the crap out of my dyno time or not. I was not paying attention. But yeah, the V12 Alante is a decent car. I mean, there's a lot of cars in the game that are way better, but it's decent. I do have a video on how to set that car up and whatnot, but it's not bad. Melon says I'm in the 10.6 lobby. Yeah, let me pin that. Pin message. All right. Yeah, 10.6 is probably about where I'm at. Oh, he's got another purple car. That car also looks nice in purple. Not as good as the RX-7 in purple, though. 3, 2, 1, go. Melon, is purple your favorite color? I see you have 2 customizable cars, both in purple. Purple. I can't say it the way I want to say it. I used to know somebody who would pronounce purple really weird. It was kind of cool how they said it, but I can't reproduce their pronunciation very well. Dev said, what's the fastest car for the next showdown? I actually don't know yet, but I should be making a video for that on probably Monday or Tuesday. Hopefully I'll be able to get a video out. Tomorrow I got to try and record 2 product review videos because I got a company that sent me a microphone and a company that sent me a gaming headset, so I got to record both of those in the morning. I might have time to squeeze in a showdown video if possible. Just depends on how long it takes me to record the reviews for those 2 products for my other YouTube channel. But I need to get a video for both of those out next week, and generally I reserve Mondays to try and record for that channel. Both of those companies are expecting my review sometime next week, so I'll at least try and get the recording in the morning, and then I can do the editing, you know, later if needed. But yeah, Zeal Sound sent me another microphone, and a company called Jico sent me a gaming headset. It's actually pretty nice. It sounds really good. I think it's like 50 or 60 bucks. It doesn't have like the 3D sound or anything like the last gaming headset, but the sound's really good. For a cheap headset, it sounds really nice. I'm kind of impressed with it. There's a couple of things they could have maybe done a little bit different with the design, but nice little headset. It's kind of fun having a review channel. 3, 2, 1, go. I'd say probably about at least one. I probably get like between 1 and 4 free items per month that people want reviewed. But it's getting to the point where we're going to have to start selling some of this stuff off on eBay because I'm running out of room to store all the stuff these companies are sending me. Like I gave a couple of headsets, you know, I gave one to my mom, one to my dad, because I don't know, I don't have room for like all these things. Like all I've got is everything I own jammed into this little teeny bedroom, and it's not enough space. I'm hungry. Melon, good races, my man. Good races. Alright, so the Viper GTS is a tier 4 car, and the Lamborghini Huracan is a tier 5 car, Dev. Neither one of them are super good. A web camera? Miguel, I don't really have too much as far as webcams go. I will say though, the the web cameras, hold on, I got sinus problems here. Web cameras don't generally look very good. I currently have, plus I don't even know what it would be like to try and ship something out of the country. I do have an Elgato webcam currently, which is kind of like my emergency backup camera. It doesn't look as good as a real camera, and it makes everything really grainy. Like it's a very grainy looking cam, but if you get past it being grainy, it actually looks pretty nice. But mainly I get headsets and microphones to review, so I haven't got a whole bunch of webcams or anything. Alter Beast, how's your day, man? I am so hungry. I don't know why I'm so hungry. Yeah, more than likely the M4. I'm not really sure when that event starts, though. It's not going to start until like the 20th. The 20th or the 22nd or something, the M4. So we still got several days before the M4 comes out, I think. Unless they put it up early. I don't think they have. But I don't think the M4 is going to be on the next Showdown, is it? Alright, so Delmar wants to know, how do I make room for more inventory parts? Are you talking about the universal parts? What are you talking about exactly? There's a couple of, I mean, most things there's no limit on how many you can hold, but on a few things there are. So the thing is, if you have an item that does have a limit, you basically have to use the ones you currently have to get new ones. So let's just say you have a universal stage 3 part. Next time you upgrade a car, use that universal part, and then you'll be able to hold one more. So I'm not really sure which parts you're trying to use, but most things there's not really a cap. Now the Elite Tuners tokens, those have a cap, so you definitely want to spend some. The Elite parts have a cap. What else has a cap? Anything else? I think that's it. The tokens and the Elite parts are the only things I know of that have a cap. Dev says M4. Are you talking about the new Elite Tuners M4? It can't be. Maybe they're going to bring it out early. I mean, doesn't that next Showdown start in like 4 or 5 days? Actually, maybe it is, because I guess the 20th is in 5 days. I don't know. Delmar, you're welcome, my friend. All right, hold on a second. What? All right. Today is the 15th. According to their website, I'm pretty sure it said that wasn't coming out to either the 20th or the 22nd. So I don't know, maybe they're going to bring it out earlier than suggested. I haven't actually looked at the new Showdown yet, but either tomorrow or Monday, I'll try and get a quick video out for that, but Darker Knight says they sure want you to spend money on the Apex car. You gotta remember, you know, this game is owned by a company. It's just like Walmart or McDonald's or anywhere else, right? Their goal is to get you to give them some money. We look at it as a game, but whoever owns it, it's a business. And businesses have one goal: make money. So you can't blame them. I mean, whether you like it or not, you can't blame them for trying to get money. Because that's the whole point of this game, is for somebody to make money. It's fun for us to play, but, you know, somebody's out there getting rich off of these things. Somebody's getting super rich off of these things. But, you know, that's kind of how she goes. It'd be nice if they had cheaper prices, though. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, I don't really know exactly what the new BMW is going to run yet. I don't know if that's going to be super fast or super slow. I wonder if anybody's put out a video on how to drive that yet. I mean, I don't think anybody really... I mean, somebody might have access to that by now. See, another problem with these games, though, is Google and iOS take 30% of the profit. So if you buy something, Google and iOS take 30%, meaning they got to charge more money, you know, because they're losing a huge portion of the sales to Google and iOS. So that's another problem. And then, yeah, they probably got to pay taxes on it on top of that. So I wouldn't be surprised if they only get about 40 to 50% of the sale. I don't really know what kind of taxes a big company pays, but I would assume it's probably a huge amount. Melon says the Super Snake is crap. Here's the thing about the Super Snake. It may not be a good car, but it is used a lot for showdowns, meaning if you don't have anything else, you can always throw the Super Snake in when it's used. Even though it sucks, I found it to come in very handy when there was a showdown where I either didn't have something upgraded or didn't have any other car for the showdown. So I'm really glad I have the Super Snake, even though it's a turd taco. I'm glad I have it. It's kind of worth getting and upgrading, sort of. But it's definitely not a good car. 3, 2, 1, go. But I can usually easily get, you know, 1,000, 1,200, 1,300 trophies out of a showdown with it most of the time. Not always, but, you know, a lot of the times I can. Alright, so Bear Paw says 4 days and 0 hours till the release of the M4. 0 hours? So 4 days exactly. Alright, cool. I'm actually looking forward to that. That'll be sweet. Oh yeah, it's definitely not good for live racing whatsoever. The moped of showdowns. Oh man. Something like that. Darker Knight says the Super Snake produces some good results in showdowns, but it's some time since I used it. Yeah, I use it quite often because personally, I'm not going to upgrade a car just to run a showdown. Personally, I don't know. I mean, it's hard enough to make enough game cash as it is, unless you're playing the game for like 3-4 hours a day, right? If you can sit there, play 3, 4, 5, 6 hours a day and just race, yeah, you're gonna make some nice game cash. But someone like me who probably puts in between an hour, you know, maybe 30 minutes to an hour per day, that's usually about what I have time for the most part. You know, you can make a decent amount of game cash, but normally I make a little more game cash than what it costs to upgrade a car. So I'm usually able to upgrade one car per season and then have 2 or 3 million extra most of the time. The weird thing is the last couple of seasons, I don't feel like I'm making as much money, even though I feel like I'm playing the same amount. So I don't know if some of the event prizes have been lowered or what, but I should start doing like an extra tank of gas on a showdown or a live race or something before bed like I used to. I used to always lay down, grab the phone, run a tank of gas real quick, and then go to sleep. So I should probably start doing that again. A lot of times if there's a weekly elite cup on the map, that's usually when I do it though. So All right, opponent has disconnected their stacks, and I am freaking hungry. William D says they're changing the game to force free players to play a lot more. Dev wants to know if the electric Audi is good. What do you mean by the electric Audi exactly? Because I think we have a couple of different Audis that are electric. I know we have at least 2. Maybe more. Which one exactly, Dev? William D says showdowns are good prizes up to 350 races. That's true, yes. I don't think I've ever done the full 500 races. Usually I get in about around 200 races on a showdown on average, I think. All right, Free Palestine. But yeah, I mean, they're definitely adding a lot of new things in that are really revolving around you spending money on them. Like all the new collection stuff, I see it as something to make money. Honestly, I don't feel like those are really much of an improvement to the game. It's just something that's going to make them money. That's how I'm looking at it. The RS e-tron. I do remember making a video going over that car. Was that car any good? Not that I remember, but I do have a video where I figured out how to drive it, tested it out, reviewed it, and all that stuff. I don't really remember much about it. I haven't driven the car since, but I don't remember it being that great. I don't think it was horrible. I think it was a decent car, but if I remember correctly, it was probably decent at best, but you might want to just go type in Danny Lightning and the name of the car on YouTube. That video will pop right up. Normally, I'll show you how to drive it on Stage 5, Stage 6. I look for a live racing setup, and I do a review on the car during those videos, so. But I don't remember liking it very much. I don't think it was bad, but I didn't really like it. Alright, Goku says, I'm scared if I upgrade it if I don't have fusions for it. Yeah, I mean, if you don't have fusions, you're not going to get anywhere, right? You definitely need fusions to make cars faster, but I'm not sure which car you're... How did I come out of the live racing lobby? What happened? I don't know what just happened, guys. Crap. I don't know if I wasn't paying attention and clicked the wrong thing or what, but... Or if the game glitched out, but... I'm going to look around the map really quick before I go back in there. So there's nothing down here yet as far as the new Elite Tuners event goes. I probably do need another update or something, but... Yeah, just like these things, I mean... Let's look at the first lock in here. So I do have something upgraded, so I would be able to do the first lock-in. Second lock-in, I do have a car, but there's no upgrades on it. So if I want to do this, this means I'm going to have to upgrade a bunch of cars. And then I don't have anything for the other lock-ins. So this means I would have to, yeah, these collections things are crap in my opinion. I have no interest in collections whatsoever. I think it was a cool idea, but yeah. Bottom line is I don't see that as a fun thing. I see that as give us money. Like, I'm really not even going to bother with collections. Not at all. I'm not into it. I like live racing. I like showdowns. I like the prestige cups. I like the little daily races. I like elite tuners. You know, I enjoyed all that stuff, but I don't like collections. Hey, KB, what's up, my man? How's your day going? Hope you're doing awesome today. Thank you for coming out to my crazy live stream. But yeah, I mean, collections is cool and all, but it's not something you can do without spending loads of money, I think. I might be wrong, but that's how I see it. KB, I hope you feel better, buddy. Being sick's no fun. I definitely hope you feel better soon. I'm sorry to hear that. That's a big old crap sandwich right there, for sure. Dev says, what's the new tuner's car? It's going to be a BMW M4. BMW M4. Well, yeah, I guess in about 4 days it'll be out. Oh, go little car, go! Did we got him? Yes. We got it, we got it. I wasn't so sure that that was going to work out, but we got it. Darker Knight says collections cost a lot of resources. Yeah, I mean, I don't think the average person would be able to make enough resources. Even if you're able to get all the cars, then you're going to have to level them all up. And I mean, a lot of them are purple star cars, which means the crates are paid crates only. So it's not really the type of thing that your average person can do. Your average person is not going to be able to do collection. Dev, I hope the M4 is good as well. It looks pretty cool. I don't know much about it yet, but I do hope it's awesome. Hey Cherno, what's up? How you doing today? Says Danny, I'm arrows. Take the money. Oh, well, thank you. You got the Nulu. The Nulu is a really cool car. I like that thing. 3, 2, 1, go. I appreciate that. APR or Voltex Lancer? APR. Nathan, I'm not really familiar with something called APR. I probably have videos on both of the cars you're talking about, but now the Voltex Lancer, I see one in live racing occasionally that seems to do decent. I don't think it's like a great car, but I think it's a decent car, I guess. But I do have some videos. I definitely got one on the Voltex Lancer, but I'm not sure about the other one because I don't remember that at all. Dev says, imagine losing 400,000. That would definitely be a bummer. I'm almost out of gas here. It would suck to lose 400,000. But you can only bet 200,000, so the most you can lose is 200,000. Yeah, more than likely though, you're right though, the new car will probably be the Apex car. The new BMW for the Elite Showdowns. More than likely. I mean, there's no guarantee, but it probably will be when it comes out. Yeah, KB, I said I hope you feel better, my man. Sore throat and congestion. I know how you feel. Like, my throat's sore. Like, I got a sore throat all the time and bad sinuses. So, it's not a lot of fun. But I'm not actually sick. I just have bad sinus problems that cause that. But if you're actually sick, my man, I hope you feel better soon. Because that's no fun to be sick. Being sick sucks. Big time. But yeah, it's not fun being under the weather. Oh, I'm out of gas. Good news for me is I very rarely get actually sick, but I have a lot of days where I feel horrible. I'll feel really bad for a day or two, then I'm back to normal, then I'll have a couple of good days and a couple of bad days. I think that's part of the autoimmune disease though too. But it's rare that I ever get like a flu. Like that's one thing. I think when you have an autoimmune disease, I mean your immune system is ramped up and it's going crazy. So I think it actually like it's trying to fight everything off, including your own body. So it's attacking your nerves and muscles and everything else. But the good news is, I think anytime you get like a virus or a bug or something, it just instantly jumps on that and smashes it. So I'm guessing that's why I never really get sick is because my immune system is just attacking everything so aggressively. It's like, hey, there's something new, kill it. You know what I mean? I also think that's why I have such a hard time with medicine and having bad reactions, is because my immune system's like, hey, what's that? Kill it. And then it goes crazy trying to attack the medication or whatever. So I could be wrong, but that's my guess on that. All right. So I guess that's the upside, is I very rarely actually get sick, but I should take sinus stuff more often though. Like I don't know, the doctor gave me some nasal spray and some Claritin. If I spray that into my nose every day and take the Claritin every day, my sinuses feel way better, but I often forget, so I'm bad about that. But I'll tell you what, like what's that nasal spray called? Flonase and Claritin. Man, if you do a couple sprays of Flonase in each nostril and then have a Claritin every day, I'm gonna tell you what, if you got sinus problems, that helps big time. Jamar says, why do you keep raising the same person? Money glitch. No, there's no glitch. I mean, on the live streams, we usually swap with people and somebody's nice and wants to give me some money. So I'm not going to turn it down. I mean, that's super nice. But generally on the live streams, we usually swap with people. So you kind of win one, lose one, win one, lose one. And a lot of people like to swap. Yeah, arrows, thank you. I definitely appreciate this. That's very nice of arrows. 3, 2, 1, go. Protoon says, hi, old people. That doesn't sound very nice, Protoon. Are you a very young person? Are you like 12? He's like, hey, old people. Just curious how old you are since you're calling us old people. How do you know everybody here is old people? Right? Not everybody here is old, I bet. Protoon's 26. You're 26 and you're calling us old people? Oh, that's not very nice. Yeah, I don't know. When I was 26, I probably thought people in their 40s or 50s or 60s were old. Now that I'm like 95 years old, you know, I don't look at people like that anymore. Oh, I think we disconnected. Thank you, arrows. All right, we got H Rush here. In the Supra. That Supra does kind of look cool in that color. I can't talk today. We got about 20 more minutes left on the live stream, guys and gals. Then I get something to eat. Hey, my launch button didn't work, or maybe I forgot to hit it. I'm not sure which one. It could have been either one right there. I'll run real slow. But yeah, my car didn't launch. I don't know if it was me or the game. It could have been either one on that one. KB says 11 here. So KB, you're 11. You must think we're really old then, hey? Pro says nearly 4 p.m. here. Yeah, it's 10:04. It's almost 11 a.m. here, so we got a pretty big difference on time zones. Awesomeness, how's it going? Nice to see ya. It's been 5 months since I've been on CSR. Did you quit, or are you just taking a break, or what? Sometimes, you know, it's nice for a break. If you play something too much, you get kind of burnt out on it. If I get burnt out, I'm not allowed to take a break. That's one thing about being a YouTuber, is we don't get any breaks, guys. In some ways, though, you know, that's a good thing. Darker Knight said, I will never swap with ProTune again. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. All right. 3, 2, 1, go. I'll tell you what though, man, when the power went out last night, I was like, what the heck? Yeah, I was kind of worried. I'm like, I hope I get to make my live stream in the morning. Normally the power company's pretty good at getting stuff back up and running somewhat quickly. But I remember the crazy thing is, like, it seems like every winter we lose power for like several days at some point for some reason. So I was like, oh man, I hope it's not going to be one of those days where, or one of those times where we lose power for like 3 days. But yeah, I remember, I don't know if it was last winter or the one before, we were out of power for like a week. It was crazy. It was crazy, no power for a week, especially when it's like 20 degrees outside. That's not a lot of fun. Darker Knight said, I was old a few days ago. I didn't like it, so I switched to young again. I'll tell you what, I wish that was something we could actually do. Like, if people could go from old to young, that would be sweet. All right, here we go. If it works, 3, 2, 1, go. I'm gonna run a really slow one here, and then we'll swap with somebody else after this. Oh yeah, we ran real slow there. Good swaps. Oh, race void. Eh. Yeah, we got like 15 minutes left on the stream, so I'll probably try and maybe like the last 15 or 20 minutes, I should start not doing as many swaps with people. That way more people at least get a chance to get a few races in. All right, he's in the really cool IROC. I wonder why they named that an IROC. That's my question. Why do they name that an IROC? Ooh. Oh. Do I really want to be a teen again? I wouldn't mind. I mean, if I could go back to being like 18 years old, I would be all about it. Now, I wouldn't want to have to go back to school though, because that sucked. But if I could go back to being like 15 or 14 or something, but knowing what I currently know now, I would be all about it. I would make a do-over, and I would do things very differently in life. I would hate to have to go back to school again, but yeah. There are several things I would do a little differently in life. Like when I was a kid, I was like, oh yeah, I don't need to save money. Like I would have, I had a problem where I would always buy and sell stuff, right? Like, and I would get a guitar and I would keep it for like 3 months or 6 months or a year. And then I'd be like, oh, I think I want this other guitar now. So I would sell it, of course, at a loss. Then I'd buy the next guitar. Or I'd have a set of speakers for my stereo. Oh, these are great, but I think I want a better set of speakers. So I would sell those ones, buy another set of speakers. I would always be in buy this, sell this, buy this, sell this, buy this, sell this. And I probably wasted so much money doing that. Like if I would have just saved half of that, I would probably have like $1 billion saved up in the bank right now. Maybe not $1 billion, but I don't know. I think when you're young, you don't really realize that saving money is important. But also, when I was like, 18, 19, I mean, you could get a job making $8-9 an hour, and you could get a little $350 one-room apartment. A person could afford to live off of like $8-9 an hour back then. So things have changed a lot. But yeah, I think when I was 18, I think $250 or $350, you could actually get an efficiency apartment. You could rent a whole house for like $500 a month here where I live. I mean, I live in a less expensive part of the country. Miguel, have a great day, buddy. But yeah, I knew a couple of people that were playing like $475 to $550 to rent an entire house. I mean, of course, it wasn't like a super fancy house or anything, but it wasn't a bad place either. But yeah, now everything's crazy. Things in life used to be much more affordable. One thing though is like everything's got more expensive, but people aren't really making enough money to make up for the cost of inflation. That's the crazy part. Darker Knight says 20 years sounds good to me. Yeah, I wish I could. I would actually love to go back to being like 18. That would be perfect. I don't know. Darker Knight says minus 20 years. And I'll tell you what, if when I started learning to play guitar, I would have listened more to the guitar teacher. I didn't want to learn to read music or play scales. I just wanted him to teach me to play songs, I think if I would have actually learned scales and stuff, that would have been good. Nowadays, I can't really play my guitar much with the autoimmune disease. My hands don't move well, and I don't know. But yeah, I wish I would have not wasted all the money I made. I mean, I got my first job when I was like 14 years old. And every cent I made, I just blew it on something. Like, I never saved anything. Just spent it all. That was a bad idea. The other thing is, if I would have known Bitcoin was going to be what it was, when Bitcoin came out, I was like, these idiots are buying monopoly money. What a bunch of morons, you know? Like, these people are so stupid. I thought it was like some fake ripoff scam, and turns out, you know, back then you could buy Bitcoin for like $10, and now they're worth $100,000 each. So I would have bought, you know, I would buy a bunch of Bitcoin when it first came out. If I could go back in time, I would buy like, man, I would buy like, I would be like, I'm going to save up all this money and buy Bitcoin with it. And then when I'm, you know, when I'm like 50, I'll be a bazillionaire. 3, 2, 1, go. But they do think that eventually Bitcoin is going to hit $1 million a coin. I don't know if that's true, but right now it's up to 100,000 a coin. It's ridiculous. Eric says, IROC, International Race of Champions. Huh. Interesting. Thanks, buddy. I definitely appreciate the info on that. All right. 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, I'm again not paying attention to the racing. I'm just like staring off into space here. I'll tell you. All right, we only got about 5 more minutes left, everybody. We got about 5 more minutes. And then I get to cook up a bunch of meatballs. I don't know if anybody gets those members marked meatballs from Sam's Club, but my God, those are yummy. Protoon said, my sister bought Bitcoin back when it started and now she's retired. Yep. That would be amazing. That would be so amazing. Even if I would have just bought like 5 or 10 of them back then, when they were like $10 each, I would have $500,000 in the bank. You know what I mean? That would have been crazy. But you know, back then, I mean, if you even spent $500 or $1,000 on Bitcoin back when it first came out, you would be a multi-millionaire. But I seriously thought it was the same thing as monopoly money. I mean, it still doesn't really make sense to me. Like, the whole cryptocurrency makes 0 sense to me. It still seems like it should be fake or illegal or something. I mean, you're buying a currency that just becomes worth more or less, right? For no particular reason that I can understand. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. It's weird. It still seems like it should be fake. But hey. You know, there's no product or anything. It's a very strange deal that I don't really understand. People who do tend to understand it have tried to explain to me, and I'm just like, that still doesn't make any sense. Like, it's still not a real thing. KB says, I should buy Bitcoin, huh? I don't know, man. I don't know. Thing is, Bitcoin crashed. It was down to $30,000 for a coin. Right now it's back up to 100,000 per coin. So the time to have bought it was right after the crash. If you would have bought it when it was at the low point, you would have made like, you know, 75% of your money back or something. But the other thing is, you never know. If you put money into something, it's always a risk. It's always a risk. I mean, there's no guarantee. You know, a lot of people are predicting that Bitcoin in the next 10 to 20 years will hit $1 million. But there's no guarantee that that's going to happen. I mean, it could completely crash and you could lose everything, or it could you know, that's the thing. You're always taking a risk when you're buying something like that. There's no guarantees in life. But if you were to throw like $10 or $50 a month in that, you know, even that, I mean, after years and years and years and years of doing that, if it did go up, you know, that would be great. I mean, you can buy $5 worth if you want, right? So right now, Bitcoin costs $100,000 for one. You could buy like 0.00026 of a Bitcoin. So, William D, thanks, my friend. You don't have to buy a whole one. You can buy fractions of one. Now, I bought a little bit of that stuff called Shiba Inu because everybody was going on, oh, you know, it's fractions of a penny to buy it. And everybody's like, if it hits a penny, you know, if you have this much of it, if it hits a penny, you'll make millions of dollars. And everybody was going on, oh yeah, this stuff is going to hit a penny within the next 3 months. I'm like, ooh. So I bought a bunch of Shiba Inu, and then right after I bought it, the whole thing crashed. But honestly, I don't ever think it's going to do what people said it did. But there's a couple of them like Bitcoin and Ethereum and stuff like that are actually doing pretty good, but I don't know. I don't understand it enough to really know which ones are going to do well or not, but ProTune says remortgage your house and buy one. Personally, I wish I had a house. I just have a bedroom here in this house. It'd be wonderful to be able to own a house, but nope, not me. All right, William D, have a great day, my friend. Opponent disconnected. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pop out of here because stream... Uh-oh. We got a game glitch or something anyways, but that's pretty much going to be it for the live stream, everybody. All right, hold on. So I just want to say thank you guys for coming out. Now I get to have some breakfast. It's about breakfast time, that is for sure. I feel like I was just going to do something really fast, but I don't remember what it was. Let me hit the ending soon button. I was going to do something. It felt very important, but it must not have been. It must not have been too important. If so, I would probably remember whatever it was. Anyways, if anybody's just tuning in, I apologize, but we're about done for the day on the stream. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for watching my videos. I appreciate each and every one of you guys a lot. Huge shout out to the channel members. You guys are awesome. And yeah, I guess we'll be back next week for a couple more live streams. Gilbert says, if you don't take a risk, there's no reward. That is true. That is true. You got to be willing to take a risk in life for a lot of things. But some people are willing to risk stuff, and some people are like, nope, I'm scared. Anyways, I will catch you guys later. Have a wonderful day, and we will catch you next time. Lightning out. See ya. Catch you guys later. Thanks for coming out. Goodbye. Hasta la vista. Adios. Auf Wiedersehen. And I can't think of any other ways to say goodbye right now. See you guys. Thank you.